Take two. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? It's around 5:37 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. How was your day? If you watched my video earlier today, I was telling you your day. Feel free to enter into the conversation. As the comment section is a restricted access, at least for me. But anyway, I had a good day. It's my mom's birthday week, and I think she's feeling like she wants to celebrate. So she decided to invite us to breakfast, and then we went to La Cantera, and she got some earrings from Kendra Scott. She got for herself, but she chose them out and everything. That's kind of what you do at Kendra Scott. I don't know if you know this or not. Yeah, then we went home, and then I went running, and now here I am, all refreshed, a different makeup setup. So I don't want to do too much of makeup because it's kind of like my nightly routine already. I know I just told y'all it was like 5:30 p.m. But you know, after I go running, so it is what it is, okay? But speaking of lifestyle / fashion choices, what do you think of my shirt? I've been telling Tracy, I said, I hate the, Tracy says she wants bows. She wants bows, decorations, all, you know, in her room, in the bathroom, in our shared area. I saged earlier, smudged. I smudged around Banjo, I smudged around Gypsy. I didn't smudge around the cats though. But anyway, and I'm always telling her, I don't like bows. I don't like bows. And I got this shirt. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bows on it. And guess what? She didn't say nothing. It's just, oh, you got a shirt from Amazon or something like that. I don't even think she talked about it, to be quite honest. I'm thinking back now, I don't even think she mentioned anything. So here I am with my new shirt that I wear a lot. It's got bows on it, and she doesn't even mind. But anyway, what do y'all think of my new shirt? I think I wanted to get it in white, but they didn't have it in white in the size that I wanted. So I said, you know, black would be okay. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know why. I like the colors, and I would say, you know what, it's mainly for the dolphins and the starfish, but the way these bows photograph, and I think video, I'll have to see, it's like really well. It's nice in person, but it looks really nice on the screen. So wow, look at those pearls on those bows. Anyway, yeah. Welcome. I'm gonna continue with. I got this on Amazon. I don't know where it was. It wasn't like a brand or anything, I don't think. But anyway, going to do, if you don't already know, for this week, I'm going to do the Dragon Tarot. Deck, and we're gonna do the Crow Bird spread, and I hope I can explain it right. Us getting ready, and I was like, where was I going with that age thing? But anyway, you know how you be more philosophical in the mornings and stuff, right? Anyway, we're doing the Crow Tarot and spread in the theme of, I hate to say aging, I hate to say the aging process, but I think that's probably the first step, the introductory conversation to what I'm trying to get at. And so, as you may know or you may not know, the Crow Tarot spread is you don't get to the past until like the sixth card or something. Yeah, I think it's the sixth card. Usually in most tarot spreads, except maybe the Celtic Cross, I don't know, Celtic, I think, is you address the past first and then you go from there. But this, I think about aging process, or what I'm trying to get to is to this expectations of age, maybe this I would not I think that's part of it, right? What I'm trying to get at philosophically. But I think this aging thing is it's very interesting. I guess your perspective on life. But anyway, I say that because I feel older. I'm like 40. I don't know if you know this, but I always like to age. When people ask my age, I always like to say I'm older than I am, because I feel like it helps me accept the fact that I'm getting older. And so I'm just mentally preparing myself, you know. Made that one. So anyway, I'll be turning 38 this year, in case you're wondering. I had to look it up. I honestly, I forgot. I've been saying I was 40 for like the last 2 years, I think. But anyway, I'm very prepared to be 40, in case you're wondering. 40 years old, big 4-0. But anyway, this aging process, I guess expectations is what I'm trying to get at. The aging process and the insecurities of all that, I think, is obviously the first step into the conversation I'm trying to get at. But I think to go beyond that and past that, and try to see things half full, and see life as continuously, see life as something that is here for enjoyment, and here to not bring you down all the time. All these things exist in the world, and they're things that help you, and stuff like that, not things to make you feel less than or left out or whatever. But anyway, so this aging process, I guess expectations. When I don't know when y'all started watching me or follow me or whatever, but I guess ever since 2021, this kind of aging thing, and I guess I don't know if it has something to do with drinking or not. I think it is very different. I think it doesn't. But you know, other people, you may have your own opinion for whatever reason, and that's fine. I would love to hear it. But anyway, I think to myself, like, stuff that I didn't graduate college, but stuff that I learned from the university I went to. I went to UTSA here in San Antonio, Texas. And I was thinking to myself the other day, I'm like, I'm thinking of all of the stuff that I've learned. I don't even have a degree from, and I'm looking back, and I'm really like it's not like it's yesterday, but not like it was like 20 years ago. It's like I don't feel like so separate, I guess, from it. I don't feel like I'm in like a completely different life. I mean, I don't have any kids or a mortgage or anything like that, but I feel like kind of like, even though I don't have the traditional like life stages, I still feel like I have life stages. And I don't know. I'm really happy that I'm able to look back at these things, and I feel like it's not a lifetime ago. I'm like, wow, it was 20 years ago, and I've been there for I went to say for like more than 44 plus years, but still kind of roundabout, right? And so I was just happy about the information I learned there, the school, the academic side of it, and I don't know if it's my personality, if it's social media or what, but this getting older, I think whenever I would like go out, and if you know me, usually I went out or go to like a bar or whatever. It was, age didn't really matter. Um, I think I would only get depressed about my age is because of like maybe things I haven't accomplished and stuff like that. But anyway, I remember being younger and thinking like, oh, I have wrinkles here. Oh, I have this. It's a sign of aging and stuff like that. Um, I'm puffy under eye or something. Um, and just kind of like afraid of it and kind of like that insecurity is there, right? And so I'm like, man, I'm 40 now. I'm putting on my makeup. I said, oh my gosh, is that ugly hair? But I'm not so afraid of it now. There's still this kind of like, oh, I don't want to get older, but it's as far as perceiving age. I think it's quite different than maybe what you would expect it to be, or at least what I used to expect aging to be like. But yeah, I feel like even though college was like 20 years ago or something, I don't feel like it's a lifetime ago or something like that. I think this aging thing is maybe you think when you're younger you're like going to be a completely different person and stuff like that, and maybe that happens with some people but not with me. But anyway, that's kind of the philosophical conversation that I kind of wanted to get at, maybe the theme um, for this week's tarot card reading and drawing, this very positive kind of outlook on aging. I don't know if it's always been this way. Am I perhaps alone in that kind of thinking? But this kind of like look at my shirt. I've got like bows and colorful dolphins and stuff like that, and I don't care, just stuff like that. So I look at my paintings. But anyway, um, yeah, this kind of aging and kind of accepting aging, and kind of just ignoring, pushing aside, setting aside this, not listening to this kind of insecurity that I think is inherent. I don't know in our society in aging or what, but at least from my individual perspective. I would love for y'all to expand upon that. But yeah, so in that sense, I wanted to do the Crow Tarot because I think I really like the setup of it. Like you get the heart energy and all of that, and you don't get the past or this sense of the past in time having gone by as kind of a negative thing and something that's at the focal point of, I don't know, identity. So anyway, let's go ahead and do the Crow Tarot. I'm going to take a sip of coffee and get this all set up. 1 second. Okay. Y'all ready to get started? Tarot card puppy Benjo is right here. He's been here. He's had 2 puff treats today. So he's a happy puppy right now. 1 second. Okay, just had to remove some stuff near my feet. Okay. Oh, and one more thing about the aging is I have been working out. I don't know if maybe that has anything to do with it. I think probably so, maybe. I'm able to do a lot of things, athletically speaking, and yeah, that might have something to do with it too. But anyway, so I hate to say aging, it's, you know, right? It kind of like sets up the conversation a little bit like that, but it kind of explains what I'm trying to say, so I don't mind it too much. This time going by, time keeps on slipping into the future. You know, I'm gonna put that song on my Instagram post now that I think about it. I'll have to remember it. Okay. Oops. I saw it, but I'm guarded. It was the tower. The Red Dragon Tower. Red Dragon for the tower. You have Red Dragon for the sun. I think the devil may be a red dragon, but I'm thinking maybe no, because the red might be the background. Okay. I saw this really cool tarot card deck. It was old school tattoo tarot. So, ooh, I want to get them. Okay. Benjo, let's see what your card is today. Look, the 4 of coins reversed. Reverse again today, Benjo? Did you reverse last time, Benjo? Okay, so 4 of coins, this is very interesting. 4 of coins is wanting to get money together. This little dragon's at the bottom of the forest floor. And thinking about these coins and how to obtain them. Now this is reversed, so I think that's interesting. Benjo is an emotional puppy. I saw, well, he's a sensitive, empathetic dog. He's really in tune with the emotions. So I think that maybe it means Benjo says, maybe as tarot card puppy Benjo would probably say, he's sleeping right now, that maybe if there's an option of wanting to get money together, or maybe something a little bit more fire, air, and water vibes, maybe you should do that instead. Which kind of fits into the aging theme that I was talking about for around 15 minutes. That's okay. Anyway, that's a good tarot card, Puppy Benjo. Alright. So that's your heart energy, and as you know, maybe this is either our permanent heart energy or something that has taken a hold of our heart energy. Phew. Okay. We've got the 7 of coins. This is a very interesting card, approaching harvest time. Hard work, but approaching harvest time. This dragon has done the hard work of crossing the bridge, and now this dragon is right here, but there's still a little bit more to do. Um, harvest time being a time of, I don't know, and enjoying the fruits of your labor, I guess. A coins, pentacle business. See, we're getting this right. The earth element, which shows material and financial conditions. Hard work, but approaching harvest time. This is very interesting. That's nice. I guess our heart energy is about um, not all consumed with work. This work is something that's that we do, or how we feel maybe work should be, or our material and financial stuff is to is a journey, and also I guess a means to an end, and not the central part of what makes life important, even though work is very important, obviously hard work, right? um, which is an interesting way to look at things. I mean, we could have gotten maybe like this Seven of Wands, which is important but worthwhile sacrifice. We may end up getting the Seven of Wands here, I don't know. But I think this is our permanent heart energy, and maybe kind of an outlook that we have on life. I'm gonna fix my blanket 1 second. And I was thinking that maybe it might also be like a spiritual kind of thing. Um, I forgot I was giving that too. Just like that. Yeah, I just think it's very interesting. Maybe the fact that this isn't a this is the coins element, I think is very interesting in the heart energy. A card placement. Um, I would say this is a very kind of holistic, all-encompassing kind of like a Renaissance kind of way of looking at things. Just kind of um, maybe the harvest time can be like this kind of reward type situation. Um, and however you see what can a reward can be. Anyway, so that's our heart energy, Seven of Coins, sorry, and I think that's really interesting for this week. We have our present as a platform for the future. The Three of Wands. This is leading by example. This is very great. Three is I like the number 3, and I like the number 7. There's really not a number that I don't like, but anyway, here's a leading by example. You can maybe see the little dragon in the fire. I think the fire is supposed to represent like ideas and stuff. Ideas, innovation, action, right? This wands, usually the queen and king of the wands usually represent leadership and being a really great leader. So it's interesting that we get this in the Three of Wands today, but it is the present, so it could be just like I think very much matching. This is Seven of Coins type of mentality. Usually the knight, well, usually the queens and king is usually like the highest potential of each suit of the minor arcana deck. The air, fire, water, and coin suits. Um, so I think this is very interesting. This is, I would say, very modest and humble energy and vibes we got going on today. This kind of um, purity, kind of seeing something in a simple way, not because you're a simple person or anything, but because you happen to understand a lot, which I guess would be thanks to this Seven of Coins and this heart placement. This Three of Wands, leading by example, I think is really interesting, and I think also that's something that people respect, especially a lot in maybe in your career, in your business. Settings and situations. If it's one thing if you just know something because you're in like kind of a cushy environment, but it's quite another if you know these things because you've actually done them. So yeah, let's see what our something helping us or holding us back. The Nine of Cups. This is something definitely helping us. I think it's really fits our philosophical discussion of the aging process slash time keeps on slipping into the future. This Nine of Cups is life is a celebration, and that's really great. Cups is emotions, loves, feelings, dreams, your emotional self, emotional body. So this Nine of Cups, the celebration of life, is really great. It's upright. All these cards seem to be upright today, and so that's good. Now let's see. I guess let's go on and continue our hopes and fears. The Ten of Swords reversed. This is interesting. I would say this is probably our fears, which is again very interesting considering. I would say we're focused and probably our lunar self kind of situation going on. I would say our fear here is at the Ten of Swords. And very interesting, it's for the head of the crow. So we have our emotional body here with the water. That's great. Life is a celebration. And then our head here is this air element. And here in the Dragon Tarot, it's always a very difficult. I'm getting the 8 and the 10 kind of mixed together. So I'm going to see, straighten it out. Okay, unable to have an effect or influence your environment, or change influences going around you. The need to go along with the flow. This is a very interesting. This is a Ten of Swords. I would say fear, right? And as far as the a theme, finally we have a theme this week for a tarot card reading. I would say again it's a very interesting for a topic of discussion, and that being the case, I'm glad it's the air element and not our emotional water element here. Air is logic, communication, debate, reason, and stuff like that. I think it's a very interesting. We have this this heart energy is very balanced. We have fire, water, air, surrounding this very kind of interesting way of looking at this a Seven of Coins. But unable to change the influences going on around you, I think is a very interesting. It seems maybe in a different topic of conversation other than age. It seems um, uh, stuck in the rut, not doing so good. Um, but I would say it's probably a fear, but maybe not a fear of ours. Maybe this could be a sign of prosperity, a sign of peace of mind, even though this Ten of Swords can be very intimidating. Um, we are unable to stop this aging of mind, body, and spirit, and stuff like that. And of course, luckily so, we are unable to stop time. So, um, I think this is a very positive card. I think this reversed means it kind of goes with the theme of this week's tarot card reading. It's a very positive kind of outlook on getting older. Getting older, or maybe you might be younger than 40, enjoying the age that you're at, basically. That's really definitely out of your control, right? Other things may be in your control, but how old you are is not. Anyway, yeah, very, very positive reading so far. I really, really like it. So let's see what our grounding energy is. The Eight of Cups reversed. Very interesting. Our grounding energy is the Eight of Cups is feeling things at a deeper level. So it's interesting we have it reversed today, and I think very interesting that we have this water at our feet. But I think this emotional kind of grounding here, I really like the air element. And even though this Dragon Tarot sword air suit is rather difficult and challenging, I would be happy with an air element, but I see here it's the water element, which, you know, if you're emotionally mature, then I think that's what we're talking about with this time and age. And maybe the water as our grounding is not so bad. Looking for something on a much deeper level. I think it's interesting, our head and our the head of the crow and the feet, this kind of third communication, third eye, and crown chakra, I think would probably be the head here. Maybe not communication because the beak's over here. Maybe just, I guess, the third eye and the crown, the sixth and seventh chakras here, and the head of the crow, and our rooting energy here at the feet. Maybe the first, maybe the second chakra is so reversed. Looking at things at a much deeper level, I'm wondering if maybe that has anything to do maybe with expectations. I think maybe so. I think maybe when you get older, there might be an expectation of how you should be and how you should not be, right? So this is very interesting. We have the head and the feet of the crow as this kind of this looking for, I'm guessing, looking for answers introspectively. Instead of trying to find answers in the environment, I think is what maybe these reverse cards could possibly mean. I think this Eight of Cups upright is a very, very positive card. I'm a little bit hesitant with this being reversed, but I think it's this maybe able to control emotions, maybe able to deal with the heavier sides of emotions and make these heavy emotions not so heavy, which is good as far as grounding energy. Um, and I think it probably matches our something that's helping us here. This Nine of Cups, life is a celebration, right? Um, so yeah, I would say I think it's interesting we get these reverse cards for the head and the feet, but I think it's probably a positive thing. I think it means maybe not that we're not looking at things at a much deeper level. We probably are, but yeah, there's a way to have be deep and meaningful, and not be overbearing, not appreciating people's boundaries maybe, and not demanding, and having stuff for yourself that maybe don't apply for others, right? And that being okay. I'm thinking maybe that's what this Eight of Cups could be reversed. And as far as grounding energy, that's a really great energy. So let's just see what our past is. The Full reverse. This is interesting. Another reverse card. I love this card. It is upright. Got the dragon head, the disco floor, the galaxy or the universe. What else? Oh, dice, right? So he has a dragon head, dice, and this little I forget what it's called, but he went down to the underworld to get this musical instrument. It is reversed today and it's in the past, so this is very interesting, especially considering our two other reverse cards. The Fool card is very, very positive. This reversed is dispersion of energy. Um, and considering our heart energy, I think that's very interesting and would not say it's a bad thing. Maybe sometimes if you concentrate your energy on one thing, your work and only your work, and whether it be for status, whether it be for material gain that you don't even get to enjoy, this dispersion of energy might symbolize and recognize this kind of enjoying all aspects of your life or life in general. The dice is for chance and stuff like that. A light and dark, the yin and yang. And the dragon head is the humor we need to take through a situation. So I think the Fool card also represents kind of a spiritual card. It does with the Crow Tarot, and I'm not sure with other tarots too. But it's the start of a journey that's takes faith and a little bit of naivety. I'll see you in part 2.